I made a video last time that was almost 10 minutes long, so I decided to try this again and cut it a little shorter. So we're going to talk about IGCs. IGCs are, I would say, like a type of intervention that teachers use to help a group or a whole group with behaviors and improving behaviors and creating the more desired behaviors. So there are two different types of models that are used in IGC. There's CWFIT, which stands for Class-Wide Function Related Intervention Teams, and then, which I'll go ahead and describe that real quick. That one is would work well for secondary, and I found that in the article that it said that it would work better for secondary, and they even said that it was better than Toodles. It's a point system where the teacher recognizes good behavior and he or she will give them a point, and by the end of the week, if they reach the goal of the points, like if I wanted my students to get 75 points and they reached it, or they reached their goal, then they would get a reward at the end, and they could either pick one or you could choose a random reward for them. And then the Toodles is where the students, it's kind of like tattling except in a positive way. So the students are asked to write down a positive behavior that they noticed from another student and give it to the teacher or tell the teacher, but I think it would be better to write it down, and then they receive points for that, and by the end of the week, if they meet their goal, then they also earn a reward. There are some problems with Toodles, and I will talk about that here in a little bit. There's a lot of steps with IGCs. You've got to plan the contingency, track progress, or track the progress, how you want to track it. So you choose if you would like Toodles or CWFIT. Select the criterion, and then decide on the rewards, and then afterwards make sure the rewards are fitting for the students. There's also student steps too, which I don't think I'll have time to get into right now. I wrote them down and I said them in the last video, but it took me like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna skip those. The second question, there was a question that was asked if we could, so I just summarized some of the IGCs. If I have time, I'll summarize more of it. It was, how would you implement them in your classroom? I would probably more than likely use, I don't know, that's a hard one. I think I would try Toodles because I kind of like that. I mean, I know that there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that one, but I think it could be fun with littler kids, and I think they might enjoy it. And there's so many different ways you could do it. Like if I had second grade and I was doing this with second grade, I would have them write it on a note card and then turn it into a little box on my desk, and I would have them write their name as well as like put written by, and then who they're tootling, put tootled, and then put their name, which I might even write that stuff down and have them like teach them how I would like them to write that out. And then I think I would do like for a week, I would do 75 points, and depending on how well things are going, I might increase the points. I don't really know how I would do that, but I would definitely start out with like something like 50 or 75 points by the end of the week. And then I would have a meeting with them and I would have a list of 20 things, 20 rewards, and I would let them pick their top 5, and I would go through the list that they chose, and I would just pick 5 that I noticed that most kids had said, and I would put those 5 as rewards by the end of the week, and then they could choose which one they wanted. So they could take off their shoes for the day, or for the day that they're only in the classroom, sit in the teacher's chair, or maybe they got 2 points taken off on their, I don't know, on their assignment, like 2 problems taken off where they didn't have to do them, or I don't know, just things like that. Let's see. My thoughts about using them in secondary. I think that they're really good. I really feel like the class-wide function-related intervention teams would be better than Toodles. Toodles just doesn't seem like one that older kids would enjoy as much. But I do think that it would work out well for secondary. I'm gonna make this video as long as the last one. Describe your thoughts about, oh no, I said that. Specifically, describe feelings about social pressure related to maintaining appropriate behavior, classroom behavior. So I think it can be kind of stressful, and it can be kind of like you feel like you have to do it, and I completely understand that. I mean, it's important that kids know that they need to have good behavior, but I think that there is a lot of pressure on students. That would be a lot of pressure on students to try to get that behavior. I wish that there was a way that they could just, like, I mean, it's hard to get every kid to act good, but like you can randomly catch them doing something good without them feeling pressured, and then you give them points. I think that's why the CWFIT point system, or CW Fit point system, would probably work out better than Toodles. But I think I would probably try both of them out to see which one would work better. So anyways, I better cut this video short because I'm really over time. So I did have my student instructions, so maybe I can just list those real quick. Gain student input on behaviors, teach the expected behaviors with examples and non-examples, explain what they're going to have to do, and explain what's going to happen in the time frame of it. Get the feedback on rewards. Oh man, there's a lot of steps. I really think that this is a good thing though. I'm gonna have to stop the video, so thank you.